I wanted to share with you today my car essentials bag. So I shared in an earlier video how I was the queen of repurposing. Well, today, sticking with the same company, I'm going to share with you a bag, which is a makeup bag that I repurposed into my car essentials kit. This is from the company called Reliable, and it is a makeup train case that makeup artists usually carry. Now, it's not that big because makeup artists carry it, no problems. It has a nice, comfortable shoulder strap. It has a hand strap. The case is beautiful. Again, I love this faux crocodile print. I've got so many other cases in this same material. It feels good. It's got gold hardware, which I love. But I'm going to share with you what all I carry in this case in my car at all times. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is the case, and it has two sections. The bottom section is a little bit bigger than the top. We're going to start with the bottom. There's two zippers. It unzips around all the way to the back and opens. Now, these two straps here can be attached on either side to hold the top lid open. I never use those. I just always let it relax back. Again, most of the time this is in my car. So these straps I just kind of throw to the side. So let's take a look at what's inside. Like the last video that I showed you about these travel makeup cases, they're customizable. The case comes empty and they give you these little divider sections, which I love because you can customize each section to the size that you want. The way that I start out with this case, I'll take portions, organize my items first, and then place them in the case how I want them, and then add the dividers after that so that I can know exactly how much room I'm going to need for those specific items. So let's start. I'll start with the back row. Again, this is always in my car, and what I do is, now I don't take this case inside of places everywhere that I go in and out of it. So if I need something, if I'm going into a meeting, I may take something out, put it inside of my purse or bag, whichever I'm carrying at the time. This is just my overflow inside of my car. If I'm driving, I'm on the highway, this is always right behind me in the back seat, and I never really zip up the bottom just in case I have to reach back. I'm so used to this case, I know what's where inside of here. And I'll show you how I've outlined everything. These little bags, these little black zip pouches are great. I get these from Amazon, and of course these are in my storefront, but you can use these for anything. But I like to use these as organizers. Again, I separate it so that if I have to grab something out, I can grab the whole pouch, or if somebody else needs something, I can grab the whole pouch and give it to them. I have tons of these. So let's get started. And I'm gonna start with the back row. Back here, now these little black bags that I have come in all different sizes. These are the smallest ones, and they have a little circle there that you can easily stick your hand in and zip and unzip. Just makes it easier. And it's a little mesh bag. So in here, I've got little Q-tips. So these are Q-tips, and I get as many as I can comfortably get in and out inside of a bag. So that's what that is Q-tips. You always need Q-tips, you never know. The next little compartment, our little bag, I've got makeup wedges. Makeup wedges, and these are the smallest wedges. I like using makeup wedges on the go. That way when I use it, I can just trash it. These come in packs of like 50. They're very cheap. So I just separate them out, stick them in my little mesh bag, put them in here and go. And again, you can see how easy those are going in and out of here. I don't pack things too tight because I like to be able to just pick one up and go. The second, I've got cotton rounds. Again, cotton rounds can be used for anything. I use these all the time. I use witch hazel on my face, so these are good to kind of spray with witch hazel. I use it as an astringent, as a toner, so that's what those are good for, and those fit right there. The next little pouch is OB tampons. I'm really more of a pad girl, but if I'm on vacation and I'm on my cycle and I want to go swimming, then I'll use OBs. TMI. Okay, this next little bag is the little tooth plackers, or what do you call these things? To get food out from in between your teeth. That's what those are. And these are the same thing. These I really bought because of my husband. He used to have braces, so he got used to those. And then these are the regular dental floss plackers in the front. So again, a lot of this stuff other people use. If we're somewhere, especially on vacation with family, I always have what somebody needs. Always have what somebody needs. People have gotten so used to me having this case, they'll say, hey, do you have XYZ? Of course I do. And we'll go in my bag and get whatever they need, never have to make a trip to the store. So moving on to the next section, and I'm gonna tilt this up just so that you can see how I'm working along. That's the first section I just went through. This is the second section. And we'll start in the back. This is cortisone cream. Again, when you're on vacation, you have kids, if you're out in the woods, wherever, and you have some type of itch or bug bite, this is cortisone cream. It comes in handy, especially for children. Now this, I use all the time. This is deodorant wipes. These are amazing. They smell so good and they really do work. And these are linked again in my storefront. I don't remember the company exactly, but this is the cucumber scent. They come in different scents, and you just use one wipe. If you need to, use two, but you just tear it open, wipe, and go. These are great deodorant wipes. Okay, the next thing, this is just an empty container. I think that was my Wood Hazel wipes that I'm out of. Yeah, the rest of these are just empty containers, things that I need to refill. So moving on to the next section here. This is kind of like my little catch-all. And again, I'm a packet person. If I can find it in a packet form, I'm going to get it. These items did not come in packet form. So I've got some Tums in here and some Dramamine, and I think that is Pepto-Bismol tablets. So I just put those in there together, and they kind of live right there in the back. Next up, Midol. Again, all of this comes in packet form. You can't go wrong with packet form, especially if you're traveling with other people and they need something. I mean, you never want to give somebody a bottle of medication for them to pour some out in their hand. Some people will pour it in the cap, some people won't. They'll pour it in the hand and then put the excess back in your bottle, the excess. You don't want that. So if you can hand them a packet, normally these come with 2 in there, so that's plenty enough, then that's what you want to do. And these are Alka-Seltzer hangover relief tablets, and there's 2 in there. Again, great for vacation when you're out partying and you don't feel so great that next morning. You've got those to pop in some water and go. Now, these, I always keep 2 of these on hand because I have migraines. This is Excedrin migraine. This is the only thing that works for me when I have a migraine, and I keep 2 of these. And they're full. I probably got 5 of each in there, and there's 2 per pack. So 2 of those. And the same with Tylenol. I've got 2 packs of Tylenol. A lot of people that I'm usually around, they prefer Tylenol, so I keep excess on hand. If anybody ever needs any, I've got extra. So 2 of those. I also keep Benadryl. Oh my gosh. I tell you, I used to have bad allergies, breakouts, allergies for whatever reason, and the only thing that would help was a Benadryl. So I always have Benadryl tablets on hand, and that's all for that section. And moving up to the front section, we'll start over here. These are cold packs, and you just bend them and pop them and they get cold instantly, so you don't have to freeze these. These are on-the-go cold packs. You never know when you may need these. Again, I have migraines, so when I get a migraine, I will pop this and put it on the back of my neck, on my forehead. They work amazing. And these actually come in a pack. All of this, once again, comes from Amazon. And I usually keep 2. And I replenish this case. If we're on vacation and we come back, I'll replenish. But during the week, I probably have to fill up certain things maybe once every 3 weeks, depending. But things usually last. These, oh my gosh, toilet seat covers. I'm not big on public bathrooms, but if I just have to sit, I will use an entire roll of tissue on a toilet if I have to, But with these, if I have these, sometimes I'll use 2 depending on where I am, but these are toilet seat covers. Everybody needs these, especially if you have children, and they have to go to the bathroom. You don't want them to sit on the public seats or hold them up or put tissue and they're moving around. These are disinfecting wipes. Of course, no need to explain why you need these. And this is off wipes, bug spray off wipes. These are great for vacation. We use these a lot on vacation last year, but they're just wipes, just like the spray, the off spray for bug bites and mosquitoes and things like that. And you just wipe it on. I actually like these better because you can target areas better than the spray and you're not wasting anything. So again, everything comes in packet form or white form. And these are, once I show you these are all from the same company. But this is 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, and they come in little sticks like this, and you just cut it open and squeeze it out. But that's the shampoo and conditioner in one. And again, this is from the same company. This is mouthwash in a little packet form. These are great if you have an Airbnb, if you have a camper that you rent out. These are great to put in the bathrooms for your guests. These are little mint flavored mouthwash packets. And these are toothbrushes and toothpaste together in a combo. And again, everything has to be individually wrapped, because if somebody needs something, you can just hand them one. And I personally prefer, if I'm traveling, to use these. I don't like taking things from my home and then have to bring it back and unpack. I don't even like buying the little travel size things because you never use all of it and you end up throwing it away. But these are good because they're one-time use, disposable. Now, if I'm on vacation for a few days, I'll just kind of hold on to this until the end of my stay and then throw it away. It has a little tube of toothpaste. I don't know if you can see it, but that's plenty enough for about 2 or 3 days. And these are handy because, if somebody forgets theirs, you can always hand them one out of your essentials bag. These are Neutrogena makeup wipes. So these are makeup remover wipes. These are handy also for removing makeup. I always have these on hand. And these are razors. Again, these are quick razors. If you're on vacation, you need to clean up that bikini area or underneath your arms or legs. And it's got a little pack of shaving cream in the pack. So again, if someone forgets their razor, you can always hand them one and they're good to go. They've got everything that they need in that pack. And you can give them one of those and they are good. These are butt wipes and they're flushable. It's called Wipe That Tush. And these are good for children, especially when you go to the bathroom if you're traveling, just to kind of clean yourself up, get that clean, fresh feeling. I always have these on hand, drop a couple in my purse when I get ready to go into the restroom, just for that extra security. These are L'Oreal tanning wipes. I'll tell you, these are really good. I'm seeing more girls on TikTok, black girls tanning. These are really good also. If you've never used the bronze tanning wipes, these are great if you're getting ready to do a photo shoot. If you're going to lay around the beach or going to some outing and you're going to wear a cute little sundress, this is just kind of good to go over your arms and legs just to give you that glow. I love these. And I love the smell of these. A lot of people complain about the smell, but I actually love the smell of these. And I always keep some of those. And next we have sunscreen. Cannot go anywhere without sunscreen. Again, individually packaged. These are great to hand out. Somebody always needs sunscreen. So I always keep these little packets on hand in my essentials bag. And then last in the bottom part is the wet ones for hands. These come in handy when you're getting ready to go out to eat, or you're going to grab a quick snack and you need to clean your hands. You don't have water. You always have wet ones to kind of take care of that. So that's the bottom part. Now the part where the brushes usually go, the top part, I've got perfumes. I subscribe to Scentbird. I love Scentbird. And I'll tell you why. I have in the past purchased full bottles of perfume, and 10 years later I've got just about a full bottle of perfume. I'm more of like I get out of the shower, I love to use the body sprays and things like that. But for on the go, if I'm getting ready to go out on the town with family and friends and I want to, smell really good, I'll choose one of these fragrances from Scentbird. Now, I don't remember which these are, but they're so cute and handy, and they fit perfectly in my car essentials bag. And I share these also with others if they want to try them out. And that's the bottom. Now we're going to move on to the top. I told you guys this was something serious. In the top part of this case, it unzips as well. It's not as big as the bottom, but this is how I've laid out the top. Now I do use the two straps to hold the top open, and I'll show you here. These little cubes also came from Amazon, and I love these. They're small, but you can get so much inside of this little cube. And when you open it up, and that material is tough, really good material. The zipper's even a nice silicone type hard rubber. Now in this first cube, I've got my edges brush. We all know we need that edges brush, and I've got a little plastic case, protector case over there. It's got a little comb on the side, brush on the other side, and I keep that in there. So this is kind of like my hair little kit, and in this little pouch is a flat iron, and it's a mini flat iron, and it's so cute. I use this all the time to bump out my hair if I need to. Maybe I've been to the pool. So all of this fits down in here really nicely and compact. And I've always got my curlers on hand, and I'm going to just stick that there for the side for now. And then in this one, this is my feminine product. I've got, of course, some OBs and some pads, and I think I've got 3 pads down in there, 2 packs of OBs. Again, these little cubes fit a lot. Like, I can get so much inside, and it still zips up really well. And then in this one, oh, you will not believe what's in the last 2. Nobody ever believes this. So again, do you see the size of this little cube? I don't know the dimensions, but again, they're in my Amazon storefront. Let me show you what's inside, and I'll pack all of this back up later. There's a bra. The panties. Some socks. Another pair of socks. Another pair of panties. And a whole nother bra, y'all, inside of this cube. In this last cube, now this one you definitely won't believe, an entire outfit. It's a short outfit, but an outfit nonetheless. And I'll tell you why I keep stuff like this. I always want to be able to say, if I have to go somewhere in a hurry, my mom passed away in 2022 of cancer, and she lived about 2 hours away from me, and I was always ready to go if I needed to, if I got a call about her. So if I were out and about around town and I got a call, I wanted to be able to grab a bag and go. And just think about it. If I grabbed this bag, I could go to her house for an entire week and have everything that I needed. Now, clothes, I've got one outfit, but it's my mom, so there's plenty of things that I probably can find at her house to put on until I could get something else to wear. But this is why bags like this come in so handy. So let's finish the top here, and I'm gonna turn the camera up just a little bit so that you can see the top. Now in the top pockets, this first one I've got a sewing kit. Again, you never know when you might split your pants, tear your shirt, whatever. So it's a little mini sewing kit that fits perfectly in that pocket. This middle pocket is my passport in a leather case. And I don't think there's, nothing in that, nothing in the top. So we still have room for some other things.